Another edition of Trump at War. We officially have mission creep, everybody already knows, and there have been some major developments. I would like to thank you all for joining me here. I come to you live from Rostock, Germany, and today I'm using a different room to come to you live and tell you about some of the things that are going on that maybe you haven't heard. And I would like to thank you for joining me. Please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Smash the like button. Appreciate it. So let's get to it. So everybody may have heard that Pam Bondi is out. And her little, all that glazing she did of Donald Trump for nothing. You know what I'm saying? For nothing. So apparently when he was on his way to the Supreme Court to hear his case regarding the birthright citizenship gets smacked down by the SCOTUS. He had a conversation with Pam on the way over there, and he let her know she was out of there. And apparently Pam tried to beg and plead to keep her job just until the summer, but Trump wasn't having any of it. So that just goes to show right there that no matter how much you glaze Donald Trump and kiss his butt, if he is mad at you, or you don't do what he wants, or you don't do what he wants fast enough, you're out of there. So Christy Nome is already gone, and her cross-dressing husband, I'm not sure how that's going to go for her in the future, probably a divorce. Corey Lewandowski has been thrown out of the government in regards to a special government employee status. That's out of there as well. And I foresee that Corey Lewandowski will be going to jail at some point for his activities within the administration. Now, the whole point of this thing is regarding Nome, Bondi, and the others are going to come because it says right here that Tulsi Gabbard is also possibly on the chopping block, as well as Cash Patel now, and also Lori Rimmer, and possibly somebody else. So what I'm seeing is a misogynistic way of the Trump administration or Trump himself to get rid of women that are in his administration because they're not doing what he wants. So, and unless they're willing to do something extra special for him, and I really can't understand why Trump threw Bondi out because she was really, really sticking up for him at every point. I mean, every time she took a question in the Senate hearings, this woman practically kissed his butt all over again in front of all of the senators, claiming that the Dow was over 50,000. You know, it's so pitiful that it's funny. But what is not funny is that Donald Trump has got us into another war, and we do have mission creep. The ships that are involved, many of them have been hit by drone attacks, and that's going to cost money to fix all this stuff. So, in order to fix this stuff and to continue his forever war, Donald Trump is asking the Congress for a supplemental $200 billion just for the war. So, and just a point of note, he is asking for 152 million to hire guards and to refurbish Alcatraz. Now, there's already been some reports in regards to Alcatraz as to, hey, Helena, how you doing? Nice to see you. Guten Tag und frohe Ostern auch. Ne? So, he's asked for 152 million to set up Alcatraz again. What do you think he's going to do with Alcatraz? I'm going to tell you what he's going to do. He's trying to lock up all of his political opponents. He is trying to lock up anybody whose face got scanned by ICE and DHS in their activities. And those faces have been they've been German or English. German or Ich kann beides, Mädchen. Dankeschön, aber. So, like I said, 152 million he wants to give to the Bureau of Prisons to hire guards and to set up Alcatraz as a point where people who are detained or arrested would be sent. Now, as you know, Alcatraz is a little bit off the coast of San Francisco, and once you're there, the only way you're getting off is a boat or a helicopter. So the thing is, Donald Trump is a wannabe dictator. Okay. So, and like those guys in El Salvador, they built that big old Seacot prison, right? And once you're in there, thank you very much, Helen. That's very nice of you. Once you're over there in the Seacot prison, you're out of there. I mean, there's no way you ain't getting out. And so the thing is Trump believes that if he sends his political opponents over there to Alcatraz, then he won't have to deal with them anymore. They'll have no way to get out. So, in regards to the war, we've lost an F-15 and an A-10 as well. The F-15 went down in Iran. The pilot and the electronics officer were both ejected, and one of them was found. I'm waiting to hear about the other one, but till right now, only information I have is that only one was found. So, in regards to the A-10 is a fast attack jet used for so low area fighting. It has a lot of stuff on it. It's a really good plane. However, we lost one. One of them got so damaged that they had to go and eject, and the plane went down. I don't think it went down in Iran, but I think it went down in the ocean outside there. So this is things that Trump is asking for. He is asking for the taxpayers to pay for all this stuff. And I don't know about you, but when I'm paying taxes, I like it so where the taxes go to things that are, something that the America needs. And see, Trump is trying to go out there and throw bombs and missiles on boats in the water by Venezuela, and bombs and missiles in Venezuela and possibly in Cuba. Hey, what's up? Al-Haji Kari, I can't say your name, but anyway, thanks for watching, and give me a thumbs up. So, and this is the kind of thing that I'm talking about. We are really, really, really in mission creep status in this war in Iran. And once again, he did this without even asking Congress. He said it was just a military operation. Now, he didn't say it was a special military operation because, see, that's what Putin is doing. He's saying this is a special military operation in Ukraine. Well, that special military operation is now in its 4th year. So, and the amount of money that Russia has lost because of their folly in Ukraine is unbelievable. Hopefully, at some point, the Russians will get it through their brain that Putin is willing to send every single one of their sons into that war in Ukraine and does not give a shit about their lives. Yeah. Yeah, that is amazing. I got a comment from Cynthia. Cynthia, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, doesn't cost anything. She has a really good comment here. She says that the Congressional Republican Party, House, and Senate let him get away with all this bullshit. You are correct. And see, what really bothers me is I stand before you as a Republican and am so mad that I see my party in America so polluted with people that are willing to glaze this dude who is not anywhere near qualified to do the job of president of the United States, and that he is twice in office. I'm freaking, I can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, hey, I'm in Germany. So I got a little, I'm not there to have to deal with the situation. If I was in America, I would probably be sitting in jail. Donald Trump would just lock me up because I just can't be quiet about it. And that's why I'm here trying to talk to you guys today, because there are so many people who are still behind Trump, and I find it hard to believe. And I want to give you guys a quote about what Donald Trump said the other day, and it's really telling of who this dude is. Okay? He says, in front of a bunch of his Saudi Arabian businessmen and stuff, he says he doesn't like smart people. He likes losers. He likes people who are dumb. He likes people to that are around him that are losers, because then he can tell them about how successful he is. Because he said if he's around people who are successful, then he has to listen to all of their accomplishments. But see, Donald Trump doesn't like successful people. He likes losers. The only thing he wants from successful people is their money. But you know what? He will also take the money from the losers. He will also take the money from the losers. And that's why he's selling them tennis shoes, Bibles, watches, everything he can sell them, he's selling them. If they can only afford $5, $6 or whatever, he's selling it to them. And then he's sending them freaking emails asking for more money. And that if he doesn't get it, the Democrats are going to take control and all this. Hey, it's out of control. Online, this dude is trying to just bother everybody he can to send him more money. Now this is the dude that went over there right as hi. I'm back again. I'm glad to see you. Okay, so let's get back to the subject. So this dude and the whole MAGA, they are raging hypocrites, and stupid as a box of rocks. But Trump likes them that way. He likes his followers to be stupid. So, and when somebody gets mad and says something to him about his actions, then he threatens them. He uses every power of the government agencies against them. Moin. And yeah, and that's what it is. So I can't understand why MAGA people are still standing behind this guy. In another situation, the death of Charlie Kirk, right? You guys remember Charlie Kirk? His wife, Erica Kirk, she's a little over the top. And because she's so over the top, there was a comedian by the name of Drewski. He did a video. He did not say anything about Erica Kirk in the video. Yeah. He just said the way some conservative women act or something like that. Yeah. But the video was so well done. The makeup was perfect. I mean, it's great. It's really funny. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's super funny. Because when you put this side by side, you see that this is so extremely out of control. Anyway, so she threatens to sue this guy because he made this video and it's kind of funny and it went viral. And because of her threat to sue him, the thing has even gone more viral. So, but she can sue all he wants, but she ain't gonna get nothing. So, but the thing that gets to me, now check this out. When Charlie Kirk died, right? And you know, I'm not for or against anything that this dude said, because I never paid attention to him. But when I saw all the things that he did say, you know, I can see how people would be pissed off. So, and that happened was very, very tragic. But Erica Kirk went on to use every moment that she could of his death to try to pad the Turning Point USA, which was the organization that Charlie Kirk headed before. And even now, she is going from podcast to podcast to podcast, trying to raise more money for Turning Point USA. So she's like doing Donald Trump's thing. She's grifting off the people who she can get to believe her or, you know, whatever. And on that day when they killed Charlie Kirk, or the next day, um, Donald Trump went out of his way to try to make it like a really, a super thing. Who was that? Gabriel, the Lord in these days. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right about that. So, nevertheless, a happy Easter, all you guys who are watching. Thanks for watching once again. By the way, my name is Matt Fox. I am in Rostock, Germany, coming to you live, and just want to get the stuff out there that you guys should understand and see before you. So when Charlie Kirk died, right? Donald Trump actually, I cannot believe this. Charlie Kirk actually lowered the flags, ordered the flags lowered to half staff because of this dude's death. Yeah, I'm going to give you some more info there, Randy. So the point is, Donald Trump lowered the flags to half staff for this guy's death. This is just a regular citizen. Now, his death was very tragic, yes, but and if anybody said anything about it, well, they were freaking either fired from their jobs or somehow pushed out. There was a lot of pushback if anybody said anything about Charlie Kirk's death, right? So, but just to point out how hypocritical Donald Trump is, when Robert Mueller died. Robert Mueller was a veteran, a decorated veteran, and then went on to serve the government. And even though he was the one that was involved in some of the investigations as a special prosecutor against, yeah, over Robert or Donald Trump's stuff, when he died, Donald Trump said, "Yeah, glad he's gone, and maybe you won't hurt anybody anymore." It's bull. It's real BS that this president is willing to talk about a decorated veteran, a public servant in this way. So, and Charlie Kirk was not a public servant. He did his own thing. And even in the end, though, in the end, he was making comments against Israel and the things that they were doing. And shortly thereafter, Charlie Kirk was shot. I'm not going to say that it was a conspiracy and that maybe the guy that killed him didn't. I don't know. I'm not there. But it certainly seems suspicious to me because of the fact that Erica Kirk, back in the game, like maybe 10, 15 years ago, was involved in some stuff over in Romania with a children's organization. And they kicked her out. They said they didn't want her over there anymore because some girls came up missing. I don't know. So that's the kind of stuff that makes you go, So Donald Trump is also talking about firing Tulsi Gabbard. Now, Tulsi Gabbard is very well known for her closeness to other nations such as Qatar and UAE and also Vladimir Putin. So she might be on her way out, as well as Kash Patel. So Pete Hegseth, we're going to see what's going to happen with him. But when it comes down to push and shove, Donald Trump will throw him under the bus so fast. You ain't got to worry about it. But there's something else out. There is a video that Iranians put out that totally clowns Pete Hegseth. It's a diss video. It's got some rapping in it. I'm not sure who did the rapping, but it's really good too. You ought to watch it sometime. So where am I going with this? Todd Blanche is trying to put the Epstein files in the past. Yeah, so the Epstein survivors have been pushing to get the Epstein files out, to get the whole information out, but there's already 3 million files that have still not been released. And Todd Blanche, the temporary acting DOJ, is trying to say, we need to go ahead and put this behind us now. Everybody's talked about it for a while. Donald Trump is not guilty of doing anything, so therefore, we would just like to put this behind us. Look, if freaking London or Britain is prosecuting Mendelssohn and possibly Andrew. I mean, they already took his title. They got him living in a garden house. Who knows what? France is talking to some of their people in what was that, Norway or Denmark? The queen there or the princess there, they're talking to her. So there is some serious stuff. Hi, Helena. Okay, so let's go back. So Todd Blanche is trying to tell everybody, hey, you know what? Everything's already out there, and you guys have already seen it all, and that's it. So next situation. Eileen Cannon. Eileen Cannon is a federal judge in Florida, appointed by Trump, and she is so thus beholden to Donald Trump. She has been taking cases and doing them and dropping cases left and right. She has ruined so many lawsuits involving Trump, ruled in his favor when it was obvious that it shouldn't be that way, and she is facing some serious consideration in regards to her future. So hopefully the puppet that she is will be, the strings cut very soon and she will be out of there. So Trump is now, it is reported that Trump is possibly selling vital U.S. secrets to other nations. Now, this is something that is being looked at. As you guys all know, that after his presidency ended in 2020, after he failed to kill Mike Pence like he wanted all of his followers to do so he could stay as president. Yeah. Now, you guys know that he went ahead and, gave them all pardons. But what he did do is when he left the White House, he took a shitload of top secret documents with him to Mar-a-Lago. He was hiding them in bathrooms, in the ballroom. He was hiding them in closets. Top secret information. It is said that he was sharing pictures and things, top secret documents to people on Air Force One that nobody that ever needed to see. And there was only 6 people that were allowed to even see this document. But Trump is out there showing it around. This is who we are dealing with. This guy is unbelievable. So Jack Smith showed the guilty nature of Trump's actions, and Eileen Cannon put the kibosh on the whole thing. Now, Jack Smith's first report was let out, but his final report, the Republicans are blocking. They don't want that to come out. They are trying to protect this pedophile. I mean, Donald Trump. But nevertheless, it's not going to get any better because at the Supreme Court, it's confirmed that Sam Alito had some medical issues and could possibly retire soon due to health reasons. And Cannon, if you can believe this, is on the short list of people to replace him. Now, see, if that happens, even if the only way they're really going to be able to stop Cannon from getting this appointment is if they disbar her, okay? And that's the only way. So, all right, the only Constantine. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up and appreciate the comment. So, as I said, Cannon is on the short list to replace him. That would put her out of the reach of the bar associations to mess with her after that. So, Trump doesn't want checks and balances. That's why he fired all of the IGs when he came in. I mean, he fired a whole crapload of inspector generals, the people who, did checks and balances. And so that's why it's important for you guys to stand up and to do the things that you need to do to get his ass out of there. I'm talking about tell your senators, your congressmen to invoke Article 2, Section 4. That allows them to impeach Donald Trump and whatever cabinet members also and get them the hell out of office and then to prosecute them. So, but Trump doesn't want any of this to happen. He doesn't want the vote to have the election to happen. And therefore, he has, like I said, tried to put aside 152 million to hire particular people to work for the Bureau of Prisons. Now, these people, I believe, would be the people who would be picking up individuals who had their faces scanned or individuals that Donald Trump deems should be picked up. And that's a scary thing. It's a really scary thing for you guys to think about. You might say, he's full of shit. You don't know what he's talking about. I'm telling you. I know of this dude's nature and all of the allegations that are made against this dude. I mean, go to Wikipedia and look. They got so many people making allegations against this dude. It's fucking crazy. Crazy. So, and if you guys who are taking up for Donald Trump can just put that aside, then you are either a criminal or a pedophile or are grifting off of Trump too. And that's pretty sad. But he doesn't want any kind of checks or balances on his activities. And if anybody wants to do some checks or balances on his activities, then you will be on that list. Yeah? But he wants to spend your taxpayer money. He doesn't want you to say yes or no that he shouldn't be able to spend your tax money. He's not. He's the king. He wants to spend your tax money. So, my suggestion: hey, don't pay taxes. Don't pay taxes. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see it. How that would be done, I don't know, but he has got to be stopped. He's got so many issues in regards to his health. The dude's fucking blabbering every time he gets in front of the cameras. He talked the other day about 5 minutes about a Sharpie pen. Come on, man. This is the guy we got in office? Man, the other day, I'm going to tell you one more story. The other day, in front of the Saudi loiter the Saudi people that were coming to visit him for this convention and everything, he said he was making a statement and everything. And then later on, he says, I got to let reporters ask me some questions. And, other candidates or other politicians don't let people ask them questions. You can ask me anything. I don't screen the questions. You can even ask me about sex. This is the president of the United States? This is the president of the United States for real? Man, hey, I can't believe it. I'm beside myself. And I mean, I think you should be too. It's unbelievable. It has also been reported that in Utah, many members of the Mormon religion and party, they're backing away from him. They're backing away from him. His poll numbers are in the freaking toilet. All right, and they're going to get worse because this forever war is going on longer. As I said, they already had like two planes that have been shot down, 2 or 3 planes that have been shot down. There's already been quite a few deaths, although it is also claimed that the Department of War is underreporting deaths and casualties. And Roman Chicago losing the Chicago Bears after what? 9. You're kidding me. Where are they going? Roman, tell me later, all right? Okay, so in regards to Bondi, it has been reported that she is possibly facing disbarment. All right? And in regards to Pammy Bondi, her brother, who is also a lawyer, is also going to be investigated for his activities that he was involved in with his sister in arranging pardons for a price. And that is going to be something that is going to be looked at as well. And he will probably be facing some problems behind that. So, in regards to Pam Bondi, one more time, it's kind of funny. This one's a funny one. Now, Trump fired her just the other day. Well, like an hour after they fired her picture everywhere in the DOJ taken down and thrown in the trash can. Her pictures all over the place, all in the trash can. These people were so glad that she is gone. And her picture went straight in the trash, her official portrait. So maybe they can all just stack those up and burn them somewhere and have a nice bonfire. So all that glazing of Donald Trump, and she don't get to keep her job. So, but the thing is, Bondi, Bongino, and anybody else he fires, Noam, they all know his secret about the Epstein files, and you ought to just stop calling the Epstein files and call them the Trump Epstein files, because they're redacting his name in almost everything that they read. So, but it's going to come out. And the Israelis, they have all this information. And the Russians, they got some information too. That's why Trump throws out a red carpet every time Putin comes around, because Trump blew Bubba and Putin has the pictures. So now you know why. Now you know why. So, in regards to the new head of DHS, the guy who took Kristi Noem's job, Mark Wayne Mullen, I'll just go ahead and throw this out there right now. He will not be long in that job. This dude is super unintelligent. How this guy got into political office, I have no idea. But this guy cannot move his mouth without making a misstatement. So, and he's got a real temper problem also as well. So let's look forward to his being thrown out too. So more to come. Just secrets. Okay. Yep. And okay. So yeah, in regards to Trump's involvement with Epstein and with all of the girls. Now you guys please go to Wikipedia. I mean, you don't have to go to the Epstein files. It's kind of hard to read through the Epstein files. There's so many redactions and stuff. Go to Wikipedia. Just go look at all these things that they'll tell you that have been proven about Donald Trump that is in Wikipedia, and you will see all of the hundreds of allegations and reports that have Trump in them, from FBI to police in Michigan. I mean, this guy's been breaking the law in every state over here. See, I ain't even got that much of a record. I got like one or two arrests in my life, but this dude's been, and that everybody still votes for this dude is what freaking really gets to me. It's crazy. So in order to distract, Trump is willing to wage war, another forever war, to distract from the Epstein files. And while at home in the U.S., he's making statements before the country saying, hey, we can't afford to fund child education. We can't afford Medicaid. We can't afford Obamacare. You see, he's willing to spend your money on a forever war with Iran when, before the Hormuz Strait was opened up. They weren't doing anything. Yeah, they fucking talk shit or whatever, but it was the Israelis that told him, hey, we need to do this. You need to do it with us, and you need to stand with us. So Donald Trump, knowing that Bibi Netanyahu has all the videos and stuff, said, hey, I'm with you. So, and Putin comes out the winner. How? Because when they close the Hormuz Straits, there ain't no more oil coming through Hormuz Straits. And what happens? Russia is now selling their oil at 3 times the price it was before the war started, or the military operation. Um, 3 times the price. Now, luckily, Volodymyr Zelensky sees the light and understands what he needs to do. And he has been having his core over there attacking the facilities in Russia, in their ports, the refineries, the oil tankers, and everything. And that's why they need to continue that, because until the price of oil comes down, if the Russians are able to sell their oil, then it's just going to make the Ukrainians have a harder time dealing with them. Now, I wrote a piece the other day and I posted that on Facebook. I also posted that to the NATO website. I also posted that to the Ukrainian website, Ukrainian government website, because I feel bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm a freaking Republican, and Donald Trump sits as the leader of the Republican Party when the dude's really not even a Republic. He doesn't care. He does not care. He does not care about you. He told his followers back in the game, listen, we've already talked about the Epstein files. It's really not even interesting stuff. It's boring stuff. And if you still want to see the Epstein files, then I don't need your vote. So if you're worried about him being a pedophile, then he doesn't need your vote. And that's what he said. He said that. He said, if you are still interested in seeing the Epstein files, then I don't need your vote. That's a real piece, I'm telling you, it's a real piece of crap. So he said he doesn't want to fund child education. It should be up to states. So he's not willing to fund Medicaid, Medicare, and now your tax dollars are being stolen and misused by this dude and his government employees. And it's really annoying to see how everybody in America is allowing this to happen. There has to be, thank you, Zach, appreciate it. They're gargoyles. They don't sell them anymore. Okay, so in Iran, there's been, thank you, Kaiser Soza. He says, I'm an idiot. Thank you very much for that comment. Appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up for your comment. And so let's look at it here. So millions of taxpayer dollars are being used to seek ways to prosecute Trump's political opponents. And he is utilizing federal agencies. All right? Only liars hide. No, I got allergy eyes. It's allergy season here. See, I got allergy eyes. Started getting allergies when I was 56. I apologize. It's really not that big of a deal though. I'm here with you. I swear to God, I'm not stoned. Okay, so, but he's using government agencies and really seeking ways to prosecute his political opponents, or at least to give them a hard time, right? And if he gives them a hard time, or check this out, what if come election day that Donald Trump's got a whole bunch of people detained and they're not able to vote? Huh? What about that? He's trying to do away with mail-in ballots, even though he voted by mail-in ballots last week or a couple of weeks ago. So that situation, you know what I'm saying, he won't have to deal with. But if you're detained and you can't vote, well, oh well. And if ICE is over there and maybe you have brown skin or whatever, and they detain you for a minute and you're not able to get your vote counted, now he's looking forward to stealing the election. And I can guarantee you that it's going to get worse and worse and worse up to that point. We already have mission creep in this Iran folly. And it is amazing that you Americans sit and allow this to go on. Please contact your congressmen, contact your senators, and tell them enact Article 2, Section 4. Okay? It has to be done. So, before America's reputation is too damaged. I mean, he has damaged Americans' reputation around the world. I mean, I'm here in Germany, and people tell me, "Hey, what the hell is going on over there?" And I'm telling you, I don't know how it's happening that the American people have put this guy back in office again. So it's for me, it's crazy. It is freaking crazy. So, last point I'm going to make right now is this: Israel is taking land in the West Bank without feelings or consideration or pushback. It doesn't matter. They're just going to do what they want to do. And see, that's what Trump is trying to do too. He's trying to take advantage of Venezuela because he done locked up their leader, right? And they put him in a situation where they have to acquiesce to Trump's wishes. So, Cuba, Trump is trying to choke off Cuba so they will cut some sort of a deal with him, and that he can possibly hang an American flag on that island nation, even though that's not what they want. So let's look even more into the situation. The guy is threatening Greenland before they tried to talk to him and let him know, hey, you got to be kidding. You know what I'm saying? They're part of NATO. If you attack them, that you're attacking NATO. But see, Trump is not trying to hear it. And what Trump will do in order to cause more problems for Americans and distract from the Epstein files, because that's everything that he does, is just to distract from the Epstein files, because he wants to stay in office. That's why when he was over there the other day talking in front of the Saudis, he made kind of some sort of a statement about him being there in 2028 still. This is what you guys have to do. You have to go and you have to tell them, enact Article 2, Section 4. Because if somebody doesn't get something done that is a concrete pushback on the things that he is doing, then we are going to lose our democracy. All that we have fought for is going to be gone. You think everything is just going to be normal after he drives the country into bankruptcy? He's already spent trillions of dollars doing stupid stuff. He tore down the whole half the freaking White House. Wait a second. I got to address this comment here. I got a comment from Roman. Oh, come on, Roman. Under the Biden administration, my shop went from 450 people to 120. Well, check this out, Roman. I don't know what kind of shop you got, right? And I'm sorry that happened. But the fact is, Donald Trump is fixing to drive the country into the freaking ground. And your shop is going to be gone. All right? You think everything is going to be good. But once it goes down and we've lost the democracy, then you and everybody else, because I guarantee you, Trump does not care about you. The only person that Donald Trump cares about is himself. He is only doing the stuff that he's doing to protect himself and to distract from the Epstein files. All right? So I'm telling you, when push comes to shove, everybody who seems to think that Donald Trump is the cool dude and he's working for me, when it's all over and done with, you're going to be out of there. Donald Trump's got billions, but he needs to face justice. And when he faces justice, then he will be prosecuted by the International Criminal Court for his actions in Venezuela and for his actions in Iran. And that, my friend, will be the justice that he deserves. Okay? As far as every American, that means in Puerto Rico and around the world, such as me in Germany and my friends here in Germany that are here, stationed here. And to make another point, Donald Trump was glazing the far right extreme party over here in Germany, right? He was just really, really trying to really cuddle up to him, right? Well, guess what? They don't want anything to do with him now. And now that party is saying, you know what? You guys probably need to pack your shit and go back to America with that bullshit. Okay? That is who you guys are sitting, allowing to represent you. Is this dude that's falling asleep every freaking time in the office, who is talking 5 minutes about a Sharpie pen, who is talking to reporters and saying they can ask him about sex, who has driven the price of gas up over $4 a gallon now, and it's going to go up more. It's going to go up more. And when gas goes up, that means airlines have to pay more. That means farmers have to pay more. Farmers are hurting. Farmers in America are hurting. And because of Donald Trump's actions, they're feeling it. And you, my friend, will be feeling it too. And that goes for potato Fred or whatever, potato Fred. You're going to be feeling it too. And that little comment that you made, that's going to bounce back on yourself. All right? So I'm done. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys make it. Wherever you're at, I wish you a wonderful weekend. It is Easter. Think about the dude that died on that cross. Think about that dude that died on the cross. I myself am Catholic. If you are a Christian, if you are not a Christian, it doesn't matter. But think about that dude on the cross. He paid for our sins, and he was a man of love. He washed the feet of peasants, and he cared. And that is not who we have in the Oval Office. We got somebody right now that is only interested in causing more harm to people, because I can tell you, if there's any Americans here that think that Donald Trump is helping you, wait a couple of months. And after that, you'll see the light. All right. I'm Matt Fox. This was Matt Fox on the Tube, and it's called Trump at War, Mission Creep. See you guys again, and happy Easter to you all. God bless you.